Alright guys, we're about to change the oil in the Mustang. I'm going to do it step by step, try to show y'all how it's done. When changing the oil on your 2011 to 1450 non-track pack, this is not a track pack, so it'll say 520. The track pack actually takes a different weight oil and has a oil cooler, so it has more, I believe. But these motors hold around 8 quarts. It'd be no more than 8. It's usually about 7.5 because you don't usually get all the oil out of the motor. Alright, first step, of course, jack your car up. Put jack stands under it so it doesn't fall and kill you. Step 2, take a 8mm, and there's going to be 3 bolts here, here, and here. It holds this cover on, and then you can get to the oil filter when this is off. Alright, once you take the 3 screws out, this just folds down, and then you can get your oil filter, which is right there. Alright, your next step, come up here to the motor, go ahead and take the cap off, come over here, pull your dipstick out so it will have air and the oil will drain out correctly. Alright, your next step is to come down here to the drain bolt. You need a 15mm socket. I've already broken it loose because it was on there pretty tight. You just unscrew this. You need your oil drain pan down below, ready to catch the oil. And you want to warm your car up before this, so the oil is going to be a little warm coming out of this, so try to be fast about it. Alright, we just let that drain, and I'll show you what's next. Alright, once your oil is drained out all the way where it's just barely dripping, you go ahead and put the drain bolt back in. Alright, there it is. Let me break it loose and then I'll be back. Alright, so it's going to start dripping out before it gets too loose. It's just, and it usually hits that, and like I said, makes a mess. So just go ahead and unscrew it, and it will be slap full, so try to take it out like it's sitting. Alright, so go ahead and get your oil filter, get you a quart of your oil, just go ahead and pour some on in there, a little on the top. You want to smooth it around this seal so it will snug up well with it. And I'd always just pour some in the filter so it's already got oil in it, so there's no chance of it being dry when you crank it up if you were to put it without any oil in it, if you put it directly on it without any. Alright, you're ready to put it back on. Alright, so it's a good idea to go ahead and just get you a rag and go ahead and just clean up around the edge. Make sure there's no dirt or anything. Alright, let's get our new filter. ahead and screw it on there. Alright, it's got a little oil on it, so you're going to take your rag, wipe it down, and then you'll be able to snug it up. Alright, and there it is. And then you just want to clean up this with the oil around there, and then you're done with the oil filter part. Alright, so you don't want to get it super stupid tight, just because you can damage it if you pry on it too hard. So that's about good. Wiped all this down, so ready to put this shield back up. Alright, so now come back to where your drain bolt is and just give it a good cleaning. So once you get oil back in it and run it and everything, you can look under here and make sure you have no leaks. It'll be nice and clean and easy to see if you do. And now just take their 15mm socket and tighten it up. You ain't got to get it super crazy tight, but you got to snug it up pretty good. Alrighty. Alright, now that you've tightened your drain bolt and your oil filter, you want to come up here to the engine bay, have a little funnel, start pouring the oil in. Alright, so I've put 7 quarts in it. Got 1 quart left, but you need to go ahead and crank it up, let it run for a couple minutes, and then you want to let it sit for about 10 minutes. Let all the oil drain back down, and then check it, and then you can add some more or leave it how it is. So you don't want to put the 8th quart in it along with the rest, because you probably didn't drain all the oil out of the motor, and you don't want to put too much in it because that can mess up a lot more stuff than if you're a little low. So let's go ahead and crank it up, see where it's at. So we're about to crank it up. 7 quarts. If you got a premium, pull your little screen up just to make sure everything's okay. Take you a peek under the car just for safety measures. Make sure it's not leaking any oil from anywhere. Get it tightened up all the way. Let's get down here. It's not going to hurt it to run with 7 quarts, just fine and everything. So just let it run for a little bit. Turn it off, let it sit for about 10 minutes. Check it out. Alright, so we let it sit about 10 minutes after putting the 7 quarts in it. Checked it. It was reading about at the bottom dot, so we went ahead and put about half a quart in it. Cranked it up, let it sit again. It was reading just a hair under the middle, so we went ahead and put about half of what was left in there, and now it's reading perfect. So yeah, that's a full oil change. Not very hard. I hope this video helped y'all. Anyone that had any questions, if you have any more questions or videos you'd like me to do, just leave a comment and let me know.